Good evening, everybody. This is Kim Danke coming to you live. It's late. I'm embracing the growl. I'm having automatic negative thoughts and all kinds of things. So I thought I would come to you and talk to you about them. When you hop on, please say hello. I don't have on the right glasses to completely read what's down there, but I think I can do it if you say hello. But what I wanted to talk about is automatic negative thoughts. And on Monday, mid-afternoon, I got an email from the prayer leaders at my church asking me to be a leader in prayer for the National Day of Prayer, what Burnt Hickory puts out for the National Day of Prayer. And so I felt honored. I felt honored that they would ask me to do that. And so I started thinking about what I would say or what I would say about this. And, I pondered it and thought about it. I wrote things on paper. That night, I wrote things on paper yesterday morning. I tried to write more things last night. And then again this morning, and then I put it on note cards this afternoon, all for about 4 minutes. But I'm doing it for the Lord and I want it to be good, right? So I spend a lot of time thinking about what I should say. Well, the very first thing that after I read that email, my initial response is, "Oh my goodness, that's awesome. I feel so honored." And the very next thought that I had was, well, I don't know why they're asking you. And so that is an automatic negative thought. That's an ant. And when those ants invade your picnic, which is life, they need to be squashed. And I try to practice what I teach. I try to practice what I learn. I am a serious applier of things. And so I squashed that down and I went into all of the writing and preparing for it. So then I did the video tonight at church and, I bumbled around a little bit and did different things. And of course, I have felt inadequate about it. I felt like I did not do a good job. The guy's going to have to do all this editing for just a short little video. And could they see my notes on my leg, all these different things, these automatic negative thoughts that just come rather than just saying, "Thank you, Lord, I was able to serve you in that way." All these thoughts come in. And I assume that other people have these thoughts as well. I mean, most of us are similar in that way. So we've got to capture those automatic negative thoughts. Here's the other interesting thing. At church tonight, they had asked me to talk about automatic negative thoughts in my class tonight. Because I have talked about this before and people found it interesting what I was saying and they wanted me to do a little talk on it, so I did. And in 2 Corinthians 5:10, it says that we should take every thought captive to Christ and take every thought captive and make it obedient to Christ. So there's a process in that. First of all, we have to recognize that it is an immediate thought, and we have to squash that as soon as possible. So it's almost like taking a fly swatter. If an ant was coming up to my picnic, I just use my finger, squish, squish, squish. Think about this too. If you ever have looked at ants, there's I'm talking tiny ants. And then right near it will be another sized ant. And then there's bigger ants. There's those big black and red velvet ants. So lots of ants, different sizes. So it's kind of like our automatic negative thoughts too. They can be different sizes as well. So we have these automatic negative thoughts. We got to turn them around. We got to capture them. So first of all, we have to stop it. We have to recognize it and we have to stop it. So even if we have to say out loud, "Stop it," then we stop it And then what we need to do is we need to say, how is Jesus thinking about this for us right now? And so what I did tonight, after I was leaving there doing being videoed, I said to myself, I mean, all the way to the car, it was negative thoughts. But then I get in the car and I said, Lord, I know that you are happy that I did this for you. And I don't know. I was trying to come up with stuff to combat these things and say it out loud. I really believe in the power of words and saying it out loud. So I know that we have these automatic negative thoughts that come. So here's some others that have come. They run through my head all day. I don't know if this happens to you or not, but automatic negative thoughts run through my head all day. I battle them, and they're from Satan, and I don't want them. I don't want to have anything to do with them, and I will defeat them because I like to win. I like to win at games. So I'm just going to turn that into a game, and I'm going to defeat and win. So then another thing is, I like to do this networking online for Shibboleth at 9 p.m. actually. It's 9 p.m. Georgia time because I'm networking in a Hawaii group. Well, I've got a very long day tomorrow, and I was making a decision for myself to go to bed. Negative thoughts. You're going to look inconsistent. I am a very consistent person, but you're going to look inconsistent comes to mind. You are not doing all that you can for the Shibboleth business comes to mind. You should not be taking this break. You don't do enough anyway. These are the things that come to my mind. They are lies. They are bad lies. I didn't want to think them. I don't believe them. I do a lot. The only one that I might want to believe is you're going to look inconsistent. But I'm not even going to believe that one. I mean, I am very consistent. So I just wanted to encourage you to learn to be very mindful and capture those thoughts that you have and stop them immediately and make them obedient to Christ. Because these things can affect our life. So if we think one negative thought, those can often spiral into multiple and more negative thoughts. And we've got to learn how to deal with those negative thoughts. So, somebody sent a message and I had to send it up. Where was I going with that? So anyway, I just wanted to let y'all know that these things run through my head all the time. I second guess everything I say, I do, I think, and it's, I think, a problem that a lot of us have. And so I just want us to get into the practice of making things obedient to Christ. Part of this is learning how to reframe what we're thinking. And what I want you to think through is the promises of the Lord, because these promises can be part of us reframing this. And think about a bug. An ant's a bug. So let's think about a bug. When we were children, we might have captured a bug. We could have put it in a jar. And a lot of times we'd really inspect that bug. We'd really look at that bug and, see how cool and interesting he was. But you know what? When we inspect these ants that are bothering us, these automatic negative thoughts that bother us, we got to inspect where they're coming from. If there is any part of a humbling that we might need to do to get rid of it, then maybe we need to humble ourselves to be able to learn something from it. But if it is not something that we can learn from, we've got to learn to reframe the thought and make it obedient to Christ and then speak that out loud. So just as we journal daily in Shibboleth, do you know you can journal in that little box all kinds of things? Doesn't have to be about food. Maybe you journal in there about automatic negative thoughts, and maybe you journal in there the reframed way that's obedient to Christ. So I just wanted to tell y'all about those thoughts. And guess what? Guess what just came through my head? They don't care. Why are you spending time on here telling them about this? They don't care. So that was an amazing. I mean, that was I saw Andrea's name come through, and Ziering, and I was going to say amazing. Andrea, you are amazing. But that is the thought that just ran through my head. So it is a battle with that, as well as making good food choices too. So anyway, I want y'all to have a great night. I look forward to seeing you on the Shibby Show in the morning, and I have some really cool things to say in the morning. So I love you all. Have a great night. Nobody said anything. I'm assuming that's because Facebook's just not showing it to me, because I can't believe Patty Bass didn't say anything. She likes to talk. So I will see y'all later. Have a great night. I'm going to go drink my calm drink, which is already right here. See, here's the decisions I was making for myself tonight. When I sit in the networking Zoom thing, I have lights on me to make people be visible. Well, they also keep your brain up and moving. And because I'm trying to be a good planner for tomorrow, I need to go on to bed. And so that's where some of that came from. But here I am talking to y'all and drinking my calm drink. So I bet you anything I turn this off and I see comments. But I love you all. I'll see you in the morning for the Shibby Show. And let's learn to reframe our thoughts, make them obedient to Christ, capture them immediately, because that's a discipline too. Bye, everybody.